It's an impromptu family trip to the Taipei Zoo with my brother-in-law and his new wife. You catch the subway out to the Taipei Zoo station, and then you catch the bus to the top of the zoo, and then you walk back down. It is a ridiculously hot day. It would seem that 9 out of 10 animal species is too smart to be out on a day like today. Let's see, which species isn't smart enough? Over the years, there have been 3 ridiculously popular animal attractions at the Taipei Zoo. The first is the koalas, which don't do much. You can see this one here scratching himself. That was the highlight for the day for him. The second were the penguins, seen here staring at themselves in a mirror. But nobody's watching them. Yes, it would seem the shine has worn off the koalas and the penguins, for now the lines are drawn by only one animal. And that's what everyone is here to see, including us. And that is, of course, the pandas. They are both ridiculously adorable and somewhat more mobile than the koalas. It's also just funny how they sit down on their butts like this and eat. Even McDonald's is in the panda game. We eventually gave up on the zoo as it was just too hot, and we decided to take the Maokong Gondola up into the hills. The gondola runs 2.7 miles and takes approximately 20 minutes to go from the bottom to the top. Neither my brother-in-law nor Michelle like heights. This is definitely not the ride for them.
It's not the speed, it's what you can see that way.
Because of Taiwan's highly mountainous terrain and the very steep hills, not only does this gondola go up and down at extreme angles, but it also will have pillars on opposite mountains. And so you'll go from very close to the ground to very high up very, very quickly. On our previous ride on the gondola, it got stopped 2 times due to technical malfunctions, and we were left suspended high over a valley. It was an uncomfortable time, and we chose not to tell Michelle about that. The gondola is run by a French company, and it's had problems with mechanical failures, poor ventilation. Some of the columns that hold the thing up have fallen or crumbled due to mudslides, typhoons, earthquakes. It's all a bit of an adventure, really. When you reach the end of the 4 kilometers, you have risen in altitude 275.2 meters. And there are times when you feel every single centimeter of it. But the views are spectacular, and eventually you do come to Maokong Station at the top. Maokong is a little mountainy village area that trades on locally grown tea shops and their views across Taipei City. Of course, we stopped at one of the cafes. I wish we'd stopped at this one, though. This is just too cool. It looks like a rickety old shed somewhere down in the jungle. Which it is. We decided to head back to the gondola station because it looked like it was threatening rain. Unfortunately, it was more than threatening, and they shut the gondola down. The only way off the mountain now was by bus, and the line was an hour long. There was little we could do except sit and wait and watch the rain. And when our bus finally arrived, I had one more adventure waiting for me. A 6'3" person in a 5'6" bus. Standing room only. Finally, we made it back to Taipei, and the rain had followed us down.